Hello!
Hey there, hello. Welcome back
Hey,
to the
it's
VA
been a long
Launchpad.
time,
Yeah,
Charat.
it's been a long time. Yes, it's our first episode for the new year. Happy New Year nga pala, no? No, Happy New Year sa
Happy New
inyo.
Happy New Year.
Year.
Julie and Gab. But it's definitely not
Happy New
the
Year.
first episode natin. Ano? I think this is episode, I don't know, 10? Not sure. Kalimutan ko na. Tagal na natin hindi nakapag-podcast
Yeah.
na sabay-sabay. Ano? But yeah, kumusta kayo? Kumusta? How's the new year?
Great.
Okay lang.
Simple lang. Great. Yeah.
Parang
Same.
templated na reply na. Great.
Same.
Blessed. Para may iba naman, grateful. Blessed.
Oo naman, grateful.
Kumusta mga health natin?
Busy.
Especially you, Jul. Kumusta nga na? All good?
Wow.
Shout
All
out.
good.
All good.
Yeah. All good.
Out talaga sa health ko.
Yeah.
Well,
May mga challenges.
kailangan lang ng konting adjustments. Yeah, but I'm not 100% healthy, but
Better. Better
no
every
kicking.
day.
Buhay pa rin.
Milo every day.
Yeah.
Ayan. Ikaw, Gab, kumusta naman New Year?
Okay naman. Okay naman.
Simple lang. Great.
So,
okay naman.
Wow.
Let's proceed sa topic natin.
All right. Today, we're tackling a question that many aspiring VAs may ask, and something that even I myself, back then, I asked myself, how do I build I think compelling VA portfolio when I have zero experience? Wala naman sa atin dito nagsimula ng may alam na, or may experience agad.
True. That's true.
Yes.
That's true.
Of course.
Yeah.
So, bakit ganito yung topic natin tonight?
Ewan ko sa'yo.
Kasi,
Huwag gumawa ng topic.
Kasi nga.
I always get like questions or messages from some of the people I know. Gab, how do I start? Maybe I don't have experience. Yung experience ko right now is on a different industry. Ano ba yung skills na kailangan para mag-start na sa VA? Pa-experience ba dapat? Ano yung major mo nung college para makapasok ka sa ganitong industry? So yun yung mga questions, mga frequently asked questions na re-receive ko usually. So yeah, why not discuss it? Kasi very important din siya. Maraming interested maging VA pero hindi alam kung paano mag-start, ano yung dapat unahin, ano yung dapat ano yung focus to
kickstart.
Or to
Kasi
kickstart your career.
And for many kasi Gab and Jul, if not all experienced na mga VAs, we've all been there. Like tayo mismo, tayong tatlo, no? And even more so sa mga aspiring VAs, sabi nga nila, you need experience to get clients, but you need clients to gain experience naman. So yun yung dilemma eh. Yun ang problema. But the good news is creating a strong portfolio is totally achievable. Tama po ba, no? Even if you're just starting out. Okay? So you might be thinking, for those who are watching this, sabi nga, wala akong experience. Paano yan? Bri or Gab or Julie, how can I possibly build a portfolio? And that's a valid concern. And honestly, it's a question like Gab as well, we all get asked all the time, or even for the tenure natin sa industry na to. But first things first, what is a portfolio nga pala? Ano nga bang VA portfolio?
Yeah. Ano yung VA portfolio? So, yung portfolio, it includes yung sample works mo, or it also includes your CV, or it doesn't have to include CV, but it can your CV you can include it. You can make it a part of your portfolio. So parang yung CV mo is your summary of what you have done in the past, yung work mo, etc., etc. So that's part. And yeah, sample works mo, it can be like physical works mo, or it can be digital work. You
Mm.
can it's presenting your previous work and your skill sets. Yeah,
Right.
that's for me, that's
It's
portfolio.
essentially your,
Yeah.
I'd say, online resume. Ang ganun.
Mm-hmm.
Digital, it's like
Mhm.
showcasing your abilities, your skills, and your experiences on a digital scale. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
basically, it
So
allows...
parang credentials mo
Ah,
sa,
yan. Yeah.
parang yun yung same na word na sa pwede nating i-associate. Yung credential, for example, yung pag yung nag-graduate ka sa college, ano yung credentials mo? Ano yung major mo,
Mm.
ano yung pinag-aralan mo, anong natapos mo sa college.
Mm.
Yeah, so that's yung background mo, kumbaga.
Mm. And I say kasi
Yeah.
ito, no, Jul tsaka Gab, no, ito yung para sa mga potential clients po natin, ano, ito yung una nilang nakikita. Even before the interview,
Mhm.
right? Pag nagsasubmit ka,
Mhm.
I mean, I'd say for many cases or most,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
through your portfolio, they would have a better understanding of, who you are, understand kung paano ka mag-approach sa professional skills mo, and just get a feel of your professionalism, kumbaga.
Mhm.
So, ayun. Proof of
Ano yung
concept.
mga sample na portfolio sa
Sample?
inyo? Ano, Jules?
Yeah.
Well, it really depends on your skills. And
Mhm.
minsan kasi kung general VA lang yung, well, kung magsa-start ka pa lang naman as VA, then most likely mag-end up ka to be a general virtual assistant. So, wala pang niche doon, wala pang,
Mm.
wala pang specialization if you
Mm-mm.
uh,
Yeah.
think about it. Wala pa kasi eh. Kasi ngayon may mga role na eh, like social media manager, project manager, mga ganon. Pero kung nag-uumpisa ka pa lang kasi, if you want to build, your credentials, gaya nga ng sabi ni Gab, I think siguro, i-showcase mo muna yung um, mga mga bagay na alam mo. Like for example, well, kung if you're in school, malamang alam mong gumamit ng Google Workspace, like kahit yung office lang, mga
Yep.
ganon. So, yun lang siguro mag-start ka doon ng na-showcase yung skill mo doon. Kasi meron namang mga clients kasi na naghahanap lang talaga sila ng general VA. And then you
Mhm.
don't expect higher salary pa kasi nagsistart ka pa lang. Pero if example of portfolio, I think kung matagal ka na sa industry, madali na lang mag-build, especially if mga physical, I'm not physical, digital materials, like kung social media yung gusto mo, then you can build a portfolio around your, for example, yung mga Adobe Photoshop materials na nagawa mo na for other clients,
Mhm.
Canva, super easy lang yung Canva, guys. Even if you don't have any experience in creating materials for marketing for clients, pwede kang gumawa ng mga samples ng mga designs or anything sa Canva. At pwede mo yun
Mhm.
gamitin. But I think we have to remember lang na kahit gaano kaganda para sa iyo yung mga designs mo, yan lang I just want to mention this. May mga client talaga na may mga specific silang hinahanap na designs or
Subjective.
not really the quality but depende kasi sa business eh, depende din kasi
Mhm.
sa approach ng client. So yeah, parang lumihis na ako. But anyway, yun yung mga example ng mga portfolio na pwede nating i-build. So for social
Oo.
media managers, yung mga digital materials mo, if you are like video editing naman yung mga gusto mong i-push. So
Mhm.
you know, just edit some videos, make some reels, make some
Mhm.
Instagram stories, kahit yung sa'yo lang. And may mga free ano naman tayo, 'di ba? May mga free app naman na pwede mong gamitin, 'di ba?
Mhm.
So pwede mong pwede kang mag-start mag-build ng portfolio
Mhm.
from your personal videos. For example, writing naman, o 'di ba? So, you know, you can always start kahit wala kang experience. You can ang dami namang YouTube videos, ang dami ring
Mhm.
free training
Mhm.
Mhm.
sa internet, sa Facebook ngayon na ino-offer for 99 pesos, mga ganun.
Mhm.
So, grab mo na yon. Kasi kahit wala kang experience, for me lang ha guys, let me know, maybe I'm wrong, but kahit wala kang experience, you can build something like
Yeah.
a portfolio. Kahit wala
Yes.
kang experience, kahit hindi mo to na-submit sa client or anything,
Mhm.
you can build something, right?
Mhm.
So,
Yep.
yun lang.
How about you, Bri?
Well, I forgot the question. Pero anyway, para sa akin, yung think of your portfolio as visual representation of your skills and abilities. No,
Mhm.
it's like para siyang sneak peek into how you work, demonstrating your kumbaga attention to detail, your organizational skills, your creativity, and your problem solving abilities. Yun yung hinahanap ng mga clients kasi they need people that they can leverage with or to or delegate tasks to solve problems or help them solve issues. Yun yung role natin, di ba? As a VA overall, no? And it's a way for me lang, it's a way to bridge the gap between your potential bilang isang VA, potential mo, and tangible proof of what you can do. Although kasi before na isasabak isang VA, ito yung una, sabi ko nga kanina, ito yung una makikita ni prospect na client. All right. And for example, imagine a potential client is looking for, if example, social media manager. So instead of just reading your resume, no, they can see your portfolio, no? And halimbawa, kung meron ka nagawang social media strategy for maybe a fictional business, halimbawa na lang a coffee shop, may business owner siya. So probably you can just mock up some images, complete with engaging content ideas and a detailed content calendar, for example. So that's,
Mhm.
I believe, how powerful it is. It shows them that you understand the principles of social media marketing and management and can apply them effectively. So in essence, it's just it acts as a visual representation kung anong kaya mong gawin bilang
Mhm.
VA.
Yep.
Yeah. So
And
it's
yeah.
go
Okay, go
go.
ahead, Jim.
Yeah,
No, I
it's
just
worth
want
note.
to mention then while you're thinking about joining this industry, siguro before ka mag-build ng anything, you have to determine siguro your you know what services you can offer
Mhm.
based on your skills and interest muna. So wag ka
Yeah.
munang mag-isip na ay may experience ba ako dito? Ayokong mag-social media manager, wala akong experience diyan. So, siguro, yun muna, i-identify mo muna kung ano yung mga skills mo, existing skills mo and interest mo, na pwede mo munang i-offer na services sa client before ka pa mag-isip na, okay, dito ako, gusto ko ng ganito, gusto ko ng ganyan. Kasi kung nagsa-start ka pa lang, you should really start with, like, ano talaga, basic general virtual assistant. You know, different roles kasi yun eh. Pag sinabi mo, magiging parang personal assistant or secretary ka kasi usually ng isang business owner. So it can be like managing emails, scheduling appointments, data entry, and of course, sa ngayon, because hindi na mabubuhay yung business ng walang social media, so most likely, meron ka talagang part of the role talaga is to be a social media manager. So, yeah, balik ka dun muna sa ano ba yung skills ko ngayon? Ano ba yung pwede kong mai-offer sa ngayon? Then, start from there.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good point kasi you have to find muna within yourself. Within yourself.
Hanapin mo muna yung
Reflect.
Oo. Reflect ka muna kung ano yung ano ba yung services na ma-offer ko sa client na ito? Ano ba yung value na pwede kong mai-provide?
Correct.
So pag yung question na yon is you ask yourself that question, you will understand or you will find it in yourself to identify ano yung mga skills ko pala. Ano pala yung mga existing skills ko ngayon. And can I translate it to services that I can offer to a client? Is this transferable to the VA industry? So that's a good question na pwede mong i-ask sa self mo.
Cool.
So sige, it's also worth noting guys na I think at least for me personally, yung experience ko, there's a company who gave me a chance without like a VA experience. So we have to appreciate those companies then.
Yes.
So if you can find a company that hires people without experience, grab the opportunity. Kasi if you start with that company, then you can gain experience.
True. Yeah.
'Di ba?
Yep.
Tama naman.
Correct.
Yes.
So if you can find companies like that, then go for it. Kasi that's a start na maraming companies na alam ko na they hire fresh graduates. And their major don't have to be, very
aligned.
it's not doesn't have to be related to the role.
The business or the role.
Yeah.
Yeah, and grab agad kasi
grab agad.
Huwag mo lang isipin, ang liit ng sweldo. Ganun.
Yeah,
Kasi
for starters.
Especially kung fresh grad ka.
For starters.
Especially kung fresh grad ka. Oo, yung goal mo muna is not really to find a dream job, but to
gain experience muna.
Gain experience.
Gain experience talaga.
Yeah.
More than the salary. Yeah, grab agad. And, segue na ako, guys. Ano ba yung first experience niyo?
Yeah.
Iba yung dating yung sinasabi ko. Anyway, experience niyo. Speaking of VA.
Ikaw muna.
Ano yung start? Ano yung experience niyo? Dude, Diyos ko. Anyway.
Experience.
Tapos bigla kong sinabi. sobrang lutang ko. Sinabi ko talaga. Anyway.
Okay. Sige.
Ano ba?
Let's...
Ay, nako. Anyway.
Okay.
VA. Okay, so I was working abroad. No? So, naging caregiver ako. So, if you think about it, nag-graduate ako ng nursing. Then, I became a caregiver. Tapos, alam ko na yung mga... Nasa Israel ako nung time na yun. 2012. So, alam ko na yung mga rules doon, mga ganon. And merong publication doon for Filipinos na niraran din ng mga Filipino caregivers doon and mga Filipinos doon sa Israel. So, they were like looking for writers. So, lahat ng isusulat is about, tips and tricks on professional caregiving, any local news sa Israel, mga rules doon, mga about our visa and stuff. So, parang ano nangyari? I was into, I have a website. I built a website na parang personal website ko lang. Tapos, I'm writing some things. Tapos, naglalagay ako ng images. Then marami akong trip dati. Then I was offered a job dun sa publication na yon. Ang liit ng sweldo actually. Pero may work ako, may permanent work ako. So parang, sa gabi pag hindi ka nakakatulog agad, you just write I think 500-word article or 700-word article. Tapos yun, sinasubmit ko sa kanila and then yun, pinapublish nila. Yun, sa publication like physical magazine for
Mhm.
Filipinos in Israel. Then, sa awa ng Diyos, merong Israeli na businessman, gumawa siya ng website for job posting. So, if you are an employer looking for caregivers, punta ka dun sa website, parang onlinejobs.ph. Alam mo yun? Yung parang Upwork, parang gano'n. So, I think it was free for caregivers na pwede kang maglagay ng para mag-register ka doon, maglagay ka ng profile mo doon. And then may mga pag naghahanap ka ng work, may mga employers na okay, gusto ko to siya, ganyan. Tapos it's like parang gano'n, onlinejobs.ph. Parang gusto mo maghanap ng trabaho doon sa Israel. Punta ka sa website niya. And then, part of that website, gusto niya magkaroon ng mga articles about caregiving. Doon. Kaka-start lang ng website niya. Ng time na yun. Siguro wala pang 1 year. Then, kinontak niya ako to write articles for him. So, more than double yung sweldo. Kasi syempre, dun sa publication ng mga Filipinos, magkano lang, probably wala 5,000 pesos or I don't know how many articles pinapublish namin every month. But sa kanya, I have to write 2 articles a week. Tapos medyo doble or more than double yung sweldo. To be honest, until now, I'm still working sa kanya since 2012. So dyan talaga ako nag-start. But before that, mahilig na lang talaga akong magbuting-ting sa internet. Then, nahilig akong gawa-gawa ng mga blog, mga websites, mga nung time na yon talagang YouTube and research lang on how to build website from scratch, parang ganon. So wala pang Canva noon, wala pang ano. So siguro based sa experience ko rin, no, just a little tip lang din sa mga gustong mag-start ng VA. Siguro pag may free time ka, downtime, maybe nag-aaral ka pa ngayon or graduate mo lang or you have a job ngayon, sa free time mo, kahit 30 minutes, 1 hour a day, buting-ting ka lang talaga sa internet. Wala nang hindi masasagot ang internet ngayon.
Correct.
Kahit fake nga no? Kahit fake na nga
Pero, start with how to convert kahit as simple as how to convert a document from Microsoft Office to PDF, how to go to Canva, it's drag and drop. Kung kaya mong gumawa ng reels or stories sa Instagram, kayang-kaya mo yung Canva. I mean, guys, wala ka ng excuses today.
So, question ko lang, Ju, doon sa work mo na na-hire ka as writer, bali naging portfolio mo yung pagbuting-ting mo, pagiging writer mo. Yun yung mga parang naging stepping stone.
Pero probably, nakita niya lang kasi yung mga articles dun sa, wala pang ChatGPT nung time na yon, kaya, writing is writing.
Writer ka talaga.
Hindi naman pero hindi, of course, you have to proofread naman. They are doing proofreading din naman before publication. But at least, naswerte lang na dun ako nag-start. It's because may knowledge kasi ako sa caregiving. And, professional caregiving, caregiving 101, tips and tricks, life of overseas Filipino workers. Yun kasi yung mga hinahanap nilang articles. And then it was so easy for me to do it. Kasi nga, andun ako. At, at least may alam ako
niche mo na siya. I mean, naging niche mo siya.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oo, sa mga topics na yun. But if they are looking for someone to write something about, climate change, whatever, syempre hindi ko rin makukuha yung work na yun kasi hindi. So, yun, balik tayo dun sa tip. I mean, what are your interests? If you want to
start. And what are you
with,
doing right now? What are you currently doing?
Yeah, probably you can find something, work as a virtual assistant based on those
What you
knowledge
have.
na meron ka right now,
Right.
even if you know, kahit hindi ka pa nurse or something,
Yeah.
but probably you're interested in photography, in travel. Guys, yung mga pa-travel natin dyan, di ba? You can write something. For example, nag-Hong Kong ka. You can write something about it. May chat GPT na nga kayo ngayon eh. So who knows? It can be the start of your career as a VA. Then eventually, mag-evolve ka rin naman because you have to upskill din naman. How about you, Jib?
Brian. Si Brian. Ano yung...
Ay, Brian.
Okay. So, shout out muna. I'm wearing
How
my...
did you start?
Yeah, T-Valve shirt. Wala pang print. Ito yung shirt. Anyway. Shout out ko lang. Nasingit ko lang. Para may commercial na.
Sana na-screenshot mo yung mukha ko. Sabi ko ganyan.
Niche down. Niche down. Sabi nyo nga, niche down. So first things first nga, tama lahat yung sinabi ninyo. No? Forget about trying to be a generalist. Okay? Instead, kailangan mo mag-niche down. And how does that work? Identify your strengths and passions. No? So, like, questions like, for example, are you a creative soul, no, or who loves to design, or I'd like to call it the artist. Maybe if you're an artistic, imaginative, and detail-oriented, consider niches like graphic design, social media management, content creation, or video editing. Sabi ni Julie, no, kung marunong kang gumawa ng reels, may nag-upload ka naman ganyan. Or maybe you're tech savvy. Meron ganyan, no? If you're techie, you're an innovator, someone who enjoys exploring new technologies, kasi mabilis ang technology natin ngayon. Consider niches like SEO nga, social media, marketing, Facebook ads, yun ibig sabihin ng marketing, no? Social media marketing, email marketing, or even website creation. Si Julie, marunong yung gumawa ng website. Or maybe you are an organized whiz or an expert ka. No, I'd like to call this the planner. No, if you are someone who is like meticulous, maybe organized ka. No, well, I'm not. So if you enjoy systems, halimbawa na lang, you can explore niches like project management. Si Julie, maging project manager yan, no? Virtual assistants, data entry, or even event planning. Meron mga ganun. Mga ganun. Kung ikaw naman ay isang tao dito, people person, di ba? I believe, sa atin dito na may call center experience, halimbawa. I'm not a people person per se, pero I'd like to call this the connector. No, ito yung connector. If you are someone who is outgoing, empathetic ka, you enjoy interacting with others, you consider these niches na customer support. Anong ganyan, no? Merong appointment setter. Di ba? May mga ganyan, no? Community management, even sales, kung magaling kang mag-sales. Ang ganda, malaki ang sa sales, kung magaling kang salesperson, ano? Or appointment setter nga, sabi ko sa mga executives or executive admin assistant, mga ganyan. So, sinasabi ko dito, if focusing on a specific niche, or period, no? Like, sabi ko nga, so itong mga roles na sinasabi natin, no? This will help you tailor your portfolio to your ideal clients. Ayan. So, niche down. Specialize. Alamin mo kung ano yung gusto mo. I mean, yeah.
Right. Ano yung experience?
Experience. Sa akin naman, nag-start ako sa recipe. Nag-start ako sa magsulat ng recipe through Facebook. May Facebook jobs noon, 2012. 2012, nag-start ako. Facebook dati, merong Facebook jobs. Tapos yung bayad nila sobrang liit, 50 cents. Kung napili yung content mo. So, magbibigay sila ng pagkain, ikaw yung mag-research ka ng recipe kung paano gawin yon. Isulat mo siya. Parang gagawan mo siya ng recipe para siya sa recipe book. Parang ganun. So, you have to compete pa at pag napili yung content mo, ang liit, 50 cents, mga ganyan. So, doon ako nag-start. Yan. Gumawa din ako ng blog post. Ganyan. Sobrang liit.
So, yun yung bali yung
yung naging portfolio ko was yung blog. May blog ako dati. Gumawa ako ng faith-based na blog tulad ni Julie. Meron siyang sariling mahilig magbuting-ting ng internet. So, gumawa din ako dati. So, yun yung naging portfolio ko at first. Blog writing. Yep.
Okay.
Ikaw?
Yung sa akin naman, yung ano ko, yung major ko when I graduated, nursing. So walang hindi siya related basically sa the usual VA. Although right now may mga healthcare VAs din naman ngayon. But nag-start may experience din ako sa call center. So I think part of that is, your improving your conversational skills, especially when it comes to talking to Americans or Australians or other nationalities, um, like in the UK. So yun yung mga usual na clients na makikita mo sa VA. So as long as you're able to converse in English, then that's a value na pwede mong ma-translate when you want to, enter this industry. So sa akin, um, actually same din sa inyong dalawa. Mahilig din ako magbutingting. It's very helpful if you are tech savvy. So mahilig akong gumamit ng mga tools uh, on a daily basis. Yung mga personal ko na like organizing my finances, I use Google Sheets. When I want to organize like projects, I use Trello board. So parang familiar ako, very open ako and very interested ako learning new tools. So it's very easy to kasi in reality hindi naman lahat ng mga tools na hindi naman lahat ng mga tools na ginagamit ng clients alam mo when when the clients hire you. But if you are tech savvy, parang open ka learning new apps and hindi ka nagpapanik pag may new tool, parang interested ka to learn it, then it's easy for you to build your portfolio. So siguro para sa akin yung nag-build ako ng portfolio by doing the things that I do on my sa personal ko na life, using the tools na ginagamit sa ng mga VA sa mga clients nila. And then I even created a website. May mga sites na pwede kang mag-create ng website, ng mga templates na website. So easy din 'yun to create. So gumawa ako nun like maybe 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Gumawa ako ng mga website na sabi ko, create ako ng website para mahilig din ako magsulat. So gagawa siguro ako ng blog. And then hindi naman siya like ginawa ko siyang business, no, pero doon na nag-start ako to venture sa mga ganun. And then mahilig ako talaga mag-try ng mga bagong mga tools na pwedeng mag-organize or magpagaan sa buhay ko, ganyan. And ayun, so I think for me, I think you have to be open to learning new tools. I think yun yung mga isa sa mga pwede kong i-suggest na para hindi ka magpanic, or para may ilagay ka sa portfolio mo, start using those tools kahit wala ka pang clients, 'di ba? And sabi nga kanina, sabi natin kailangan natin ng portfolio para magka-clients tayo, and pero kailangan nating magka-client muna para may experience, para may ilagay sa portfolio. Actually, pwede kang magka-portfolio without a client. Pwede kang may experience. Yeah, without having a client muna. Start using the tools. And second suggestion ko din is if may kilala kang VA na siguro matagal nang naging VA, pwede kang mag-negotiate sa kanya and sabihin mo na gusto mo siyang tulungan sa kanyang task para maka-gain ka ng experience without pay, or kung gusto niyang bayaran ka sa oras na kasi it's a training ground din. For example, ako kausapin ko si Julie, wala akong experience, sabihin ko kay Julie, Jules, meron ka bang task na pwedeng ipagawa sa akin? Gagawin ko. You don't have to pay me, but I just wanna gain experience. 'Di ba? So, pwede yun. If may mga friends ka na VA and gusto mo talaga maging VA, gusto mo mag-gain experience, start with that. And you can even put that sa resume mo. Yun yung para sa akin. And then my third suggestion siguro is yung LinkedIn is your digital portfolio din. It's like more of a presentation of your skills, who you are, what services that you can offer. Study LinkedIn. And while you're gaining experience, study LinkedIn and make it as your portfolio. Yeah, that's those are the suggestions from me. So, yun. What else? Ano pa yung mga questions natin dyan? Bri?
Wala na, sabi niyo na lahat.
Julie, ano yung pwede mong ma-add? Kasi sabi
parang wala na lang sasabi ni Brian, tigil na natin to.
Yeah. Pero
Kompleto
sabi natin kanina, pwede tayong mag-volunteer din. Yun yung sinabi ko is an example of volunteer. And then internships is another example para makabuild ka ng portfolio mo. Yeah. Jules, may pwede kang i-add.
Okay. So we're talking about building your portfolio, yung experiences nating tatlo, how we start this VA yung mga 2012. Diyos ko, nare-reveal na yung mga edad. Diyos ko.
Correct.
Anyway, so balik talaga tayo dun sa topic natin. How to start talaga to be a virtual assistant without experience. So, balik talaga tayo dun sa pinaka-basic. Kasi, ang nanonotice ko lang, yung nawawalan din kasi nung parang gana yung mga gustong pumasok as virtual assistant because natatakot or yun na nga, walang experience. Paano ba ako makikipag-compete dyan sa mga, Diyos ko, 10 years na,
True.
15 years nang nag-VA.
Yung mga tao nag-give up agad, di ba? Sabi niya, wala akong experience yan, hindi ako pwede
walang
dyan.
experience, hindi ako pwede dyan. So yun, parang na-discuss na rin natin earlier, no? Yung mga few tips na pwede nating ibigay sa kanila. Pero siguro sa akin, number one talaga is, before ka pa mag-isip, may experience ba ako? Wala akong experience, ganyan. For me, you really have to understand the role of a virtual assistant. Regardless kung ano pa yung niche mo or ano bang gusto mong gawin as a virtual assistant. Siguro you really have to understand yung role ng virtual assistant. Kasi hindi mo lang talaga iisipin yung magiging experience mo, magiging sweldo mo. Pero may mga lifestyle changes din kasi na mangyayari. Kasi, some virtual assistant, nasa Australia kasi yung mga clients nila. So, wala silang problema dun sa, graveyard shift. Pero, kung US kasi yung magiging client mo or Canada, you have to understand na may mga changes talaga dun sa tulog mo. So, isipin mo muna yan. Kaya ko ba yan? O ano ba yung motivation mo to join this industry? Kasi, pag nagbabasa ka lang kasi sa Facebook, guys, lalo na nagpumasok ka dun sa mga groups ng mga VA, then andun ka nung nagbigayan ng bonus ng year-end, yung Christmas bonus, the New Year, talaga malulula ka dun sa mga bonuses na natatanggap nila. Kasi ito namang ibang mga kapatid natin sa industry, super post doon ng mga tag 200,000 na bonus, 350,000 bonus. Well, it's not to brag daw, but to be parang grateful lang
inspire
sila
daw.
na parang to inspire lang daw. Pero syempre, yung iba nating mga VA kasi, I mean, papasok pa lang as VA, nakikita nila yun. And then, yun na yung nagiging motivation nila to join the industry. Pero it was more, it's more than the money. Kami ng tatlo nagsasabi sa inyo, since 2012 pa kami dito,
Correct.
kami na nagsasabi.
Na money
Pag
talaga.
na money talaga. Charot.
Kinonfirm. Kinonfirm.
Wag ka na, Julie, mag-explain. Money talaga. Charot.
Ah.
Pero totoo, everyone's dreaming of 6-digit or even more sa industry na to. At makukuha mo yun. Malaki yung chance ang makukuha mo yun dito. Pero yung kapalit
Pero,
nun, grabe.
oh,
Yun na
correct.
yung masasabi ko.
Yeah.
Yung mga nagpo-post ng mga yan, hindi yan nakaupo sa harap ng computer nila at natutulog tapos may 200,000 sila.
Correct.
Hindi.
Correct.
Yep. Hindi talaga. So yun lang yun. Balik ka doon. Understand the role of a virtual assistant. Kaya mo ba? Petics lang naman yan. Microsoft Word, Excel file, Canva, mga ganon-ganon. Hindi lang yan ganon.
Correct.
Hindi petics. Kung gusto mo mag-petics, may mga data entry dyan, 5,000 pesos a month, 6,000 pesos a month. Pero pag dinidream mo yung 100,000, 200,000, hindi lang Canva yan. Trust me, hindi lang Canva yan at mga Microsoft Office chororot. It's something
It takes a lot.
Na may mga dapat kang i-give up sa life mo to get that 200,000. So ngayon, kung iniisip mo, my gosh, I want to be a virtual assistant. Gusto ko yung 200,000 bonus. Gusto ko yung 100,000 bonus. Girl.
Or monthly salary.
Or, yes, monthly salary na 100,000, 150,000. Girl or boy. Yan. Intindihin mo muna yung role ng virtual assistant. And ngayon pa lang, I'm telling you, it's not petics at all. So yun lang talaga siguro, pinaka-basic doon. Papasok ako as VA, kaya ko ba yung graveyard shift? Kaya ko bang magsunog ng brain cells just to understand the system? Kasi sa loob nito, may mga sistema dyan. May system dyan. May rules ang company. May, it's not one
may mga personal na gusto yung client mo.
Yes.
Are you willing to put up with the client's pressure or client's
stress,
different desires sa kanyang project?
Correct. Or ask yourself, ako ba yung taong nakakapasa ng project before the deadline?
True.
Kasi kung hindi, wag na.
Correct.
Wag na. Kasi napakalaking factor talaga yan. Kasi business ng client yan eh. So, walang personalan dyan. So, if you are hired, then ini-expect ng client na you'll give your 101%. So, kung hindi kayong klase ng tao na, you're palagi kang nag-procrastinate, hindi ka makahandle ng pressure, ng stress, hindi mo kayang minsan wala ka ng tulog because may hinahabol kang projects, then no, don't.
Alright, mga aspiring VA, alam nyo na, no? Kahit nga kami ng mga medyo matanda na sa matagal na sa industry na to, hindi siya madali. Iba-iba yung mga ideas, iba-iba yung mga opinion, iba-iba yung mga paraan. But the point dito is continue on improving. This is one way I believe for us, even for me. These are learning points na dapat nating mas lalong maintindihan as we go along sa journey natin, especially pag naglo-launch ka ng VA career mo. Okay? So this takes due diligence talaga. Hindi ito isang 1 week lang. I don't know sa inyo, gaano katagal nyo na build yung portfolio nyo, pero matagal. Investment to ng future mo. So, kung gagawin mo na rin lang to, lupitan mo na. Yun lang point ko dito. Sa inyo, guys.
Yeah. So
Yep.
my final message siguro is to start using tools on your personal use, and find your interest. Ano ba yung gusto kong gawin, at ano pwede ko ba siyang ma-translate as a service to my clients. So yun. Ano sa iyo, Jules?
Sa akin siguro, final tip lang sa mga aspiring VAs natin. I think start small.
Yun.
Okay?
That's it.
So, offer your services at a lower rate initially,
Yep.
just to gain experience and, build reviews. Kahit maliit yung rate na yan, do your 101%.
True.
Kasi iba talaga yung referrals and network with Facebook groups or communities ng mga virtual assistant. Get some knowledge from them, yung mga totoong real life experiences ng mga VAs natin. So there, start small, and then of course specialize over time. Upskill talaga. Kasi hindi ka pwedeng dun ka lang. If you're aiming for a better career sa virtual assistants and higher salary, sabihin na natin, then you have to evolve talaga. You have to be consistent na binibigay mo talaga yung 101% mo, wag petics. And then you have to evolve talaga. Hindi pwedeng magsistay ka lang doon at wala kang mapapala doon sa comfort zone mo. Wala talaga. So you have to evolve. So be prepared to start small and grow over time. Update your skills, stay competitive talaga.
Yeah.
Alam mo yun, kung may mga bagong mga apps and tools, aralin mo. Pag may
Pero,
oras ka.
Ano din, celebrate your progress. Kasi baka inisip nyo, lahat ng sinasabi namin dito, nakakapagod talaga. No? Parang nakakapagod, ayoko na lang mag-VA. Celebrate mo din. Okay? So,
yes. And I think, I think, Bri, the most important is you have to take feedback constructively to improve yourself. Kasi nakakatulong yung feedback.
paano?
Wag kang sumuko doon sa isang feedback. Oh my God, anong klaseng trabaho itong sa'yo? Binabayaran kita. Yes, from the client. Parang, my God, binabayaran kita ng 5 hours. Okay. $5 a day, an hour. Ito lang yung ibibigay mo sa akin. Just, that's a feedback. So, it means kailangan mong mag-upskill, kailangan mong galingan pa. So, I think yun ang pinaka-importante, makakatulong talaga sa'yo to survive this industry. Huwag kang sumuko dun sa mga, achucho ng mga client kung hindi sila nagagandahan sa trabaho mo.
Alright, awesome. Alright.
You have to improve. Yeah.
Cool. How about you, Gab?
Guys.
That's it.
Okay.
I'm good.
Yeah. So, for more resources or like tips or for more podcast episodes to come, feel free to check out our page, the VA Launchpad. Once again, this is Brian.
Right. This is Gab.
Julie.
Bye, guys.
Until next time.
Bye.
See ya.